My name is Danny Laguerre. I am a filmmaker, director, producer that owns a company called Burden Media. Burden Media is a content creation company that we created to help small businesses and businesses of all sizes figure out how to manage their content creation so they could have more time to themselves and still get high quality content that they need for their business. I have a lot of skills that are in storytelling and creating video. And I went and I looked at small businesses and I looked at social media and I saw a need for content for businesses. A lot of small businesses struggle keeping a footprint online. We can get you high quality content for an affordable price so you can grow your business and manage your business without having the burden of creating your own content and dealing with it. Every small business should be creating content. What content does for you is it gives you a foothold in your community to build relationships with your community. Social media is not for selling, it's for communicating and connecting and building relationships, right? It's social media, not sales media. So our goal is to help you tell your story in a way that is engaging, entertaining, and educational without disturbing or interrupting the process of your business. So if you're a business owner and you want content, think of it like this. You would have to take your phone out, record a bunch of stuff during your business workday while you're supposed to be focusing on your clients. And then you have to go home and you have to edit those reels, or you have to edit those reels in real time while you're there at your business. So you're interrupting the flow of your business. So if we can remove that burden of having to record the content, edit the content, and deliver the content, then now you can focus on your business, which is what's really important, which will then allow you to have more time for your family. Because the time you would be spending working on those reels and working on creating video and working on creating photos or quoted photos, we take care of for you. I can't tell you how many businesses think that managing their content is a burden, so they just stop doing it, and they actually see a decrease in their relationships with the community. Your business is a story. You have to tell that story in a unique way that makes sense for you. And I hate this kind of conversation on storytelling when it comes to content, because it's what you're gonna hear every video guy tell you, is that you gotta tell your story, you gotta be unique, you gotta put yourself out there. It's true. You do have to do those things, but you don't have to do it in a way that is specifically storytelling if you have somebody like us. We take care of the storytelling part for you. So you don't have to think about, hey, what's the best part of my story? Or, hey, what's the best part of my business? Or, hey, what are my morals? What are my values? What is it that I want people to understand about me as a business owner? We do all that for you. We understand your goals. We understand where you want to go. We understand what your mission is. And you kind of let us take the reins on driving that story, because that's what we are. We're storytellers. You're not a storyteller. You do whatever it is that you do. So you do what you do and let us do our thing. It's kind of like there's no better sandwich than the sandwich somebody else made for you. There's no better video, or there's no better biography. There's no better content than content that somebody else made on your behalf, because we're looking at the best parts of you that we see from an outside perspective. It's really hard to be self-aware. So let us help you. Our client expectations kind of leads to what our why is. Our why is functional fun. We want it to be fun for you to do, and we want it to be functional at the end of the day. We want to be able to deliver content that is of high quality, that looks good, that's entertaining, it's educational, it's fun to watch, and it serves some sort of function at the end of the day. We don't want to come in and just kind of mill around and shoot stuff. We don't want to necessarily always do what you think is the best idea, because you may be thinking that, oh, my client really needs to know this. And the reality is your client may not care about that part. They may just want to understand who you are as a person. Like, we focus on people first. We want to make sure that you're building that relationship through video so they get to know you before you ever walk in the door. And it's really hard for people to get to know you when you're holding a cell phone up, talking into it, trying to explain what you're doing. That's not really who you are. I call it my wife's phone voice, right? When she answers the phone, she changes her voice. Almost everybody, when they're taking a phone call, changes their voice because they're not self-aware. They don't understand that they can just use their regular speaking voice. You don't want your phone voice in your videos. You want your actual voice, because you want people to know who you are when you walk through that door. I think viral is the biggest illusion of this generation, right? The social media generation. People want to go viral. People want the views. People want the likes. People want the comments. The reality is, if you're a small business that's only dealing with a small area or a small region, then your following can be relative to that area. right? If you're not national, you don't need 1 million views from California if you're in Connecticut. It doesn't make any sense. Those aren't your clients. They're not going to reach out to you. They're not going to be people that are going to help grow your business. You want to focus your content on the people that it's going to matter for. You have to be very specific and very pointed with the content you're creating based on your business goals and your business needs. And going viral isn't a need. It may be a want, and it may be something cool to kind of put on your resume, or, somebody might see it and go, oh, they're viral, I want to check that out. But at the end of the day, does going viral improve your relationships with your clients? Does going viral improve the way that your business is run? I find that businesses that track the numbers more than they track the people end up failing long term. I believe that if you track the people and you surround yourself with people that are like-minded, that people that understand what you're doing and how you're doing it, that's how you're going to grow your business long term. When you have people that don't understand your core values or what you're trying to build or the way you're trying to build it or what matters to you, that's when you start to run into problems. If you're only looking at the numbers and you hate what you do, but you're making a ton of money, I imagine eventually you're going to burn out. And when you burn out is when your business starts to fail or it starts to get bad reviews. You certainly aren't going to get any word of mouth. Building a social media goal should be really about building a community. It should be really, truly about figuring out, how do I build relationships with people that matter? I'm a guy that has a really small friend group. Sometimes it's really difficult for me, even as a social media guy, to want to grow a social media community because I don't like big communities and I don't really service the entire nation in these types of ways with my content business. But with my filmmaking and when I was doing my podcast, we were serving larger groups. It was a different side of me that was like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. This is what I need to get to from point A to point B. But life is about setting goals. Life is about figuring out, hey, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. And it's about understanding what your real goal is. There's a lot of people that set a goal and they don't understand that they've already reached that goal and they still think that they're working towards it. I spent years wanting to be a filmmaker, and for 5 years I was mad because I was like, I want to be a filmmaker, I want to be a filmmaker. And the reality is in that 5 years I had made 3 or 4 movies. And I was a filmmaker. I just wasn't the type of filmmaker I wanted to be. And that's very similar to social media. You may not be getting the results that you want in your head because you didn't set a goal that made sense for you or your business. If you want to have an understanding of how to reach your goals and how to set up your business for success, really create a content package that makes sense for your business to get your story and your brand out to the world, I hope that I can help you do that. Whether it's us shooting the content or me just walking you through what your goals are and what you think you need in order to get to the next level of wherever it is you want to go, I'm hoping that I'm a guy that can help you get there. So I hope to be able to help you become more self-aware about your business and help you create really cool content to go along with it.